another day. Today is Australia Day. Happy Australia Day to everybody. Welcome to another episode. We've got a fair bit installed on this one, so let's go and see what we're doing today. All right. We're doing a lot of new things today, a couple of different ideas, looking at fabricating. So today is about fabricating, and we'll have a look at, can you see me there? So we'll have a look at the video when it comes to taking this out. So let's now have a look at what I'm thinking of doing. So let's do that. Let's go to the workbench. Okay, so I've got some things here. What I'm looking at doing is I've drawn this up. So it's a roof rack, and I need 6 pieces of these. So 3 roof racks I need to create to sit on top of the camper, and those roof racks are actually going to hold the Dace 270 degree awning that's going to go on this side. So it's going to cover from the front. They're fantastic. I've been watching a lot of videos on the Dace, and it's going to go across here, and then it's going to swing around the back and cover the kitchen area as well. So keep us outside of the weather, so we get some nice shade. But in order to do that, we need to put in some brackets. So I've cut those brackets previously. I started welding this one up, and I ran out of gas. So went and got another gas bottle, and all right, let's have a look at the fabrication process. Some quick measurements, let's have a look at that, and then we can continue on with the fabrication process. So if we have a look at, I'm looking at making it at, what is that? Geez, so small to read. About, what is it, 75 from here to here, and then another 50 from there to there. Okay, and it's going to be 100 millimeters wide, and we're going to have a return. So I'd love to do a bend, but don't have a bending machine. And then we're going to go across. So we've got some holes in place, and we're going to do something like this for the holes. Where is that? So I'm going to do something like that. That's fantastic. Look at that. And you drill the hole, and you've got a special tool. I don't know what it's called. So you've got that special tool, you push it through, and there you go. You can screw an M10 into that one. And I've got them sitting over there somewhere. So that's what we're going to do to mount it into, I guess, the side walls here. So I'm going to have 1, 2, and 3, and they'll be spaced at about 1 meter apart. Dace says that they should be spaced at 800 apart minimum. So yeah, I guess 1 meter is fine. So that's what I'm going to fabricate. Well, I'm going to try to fabricate. So I've got this piece of steel which I bought for 10 bucks. Okay, it's a gal piece of steel, flat bar, 100 wide, that'll do the job. And I've got about 1.2 meters, which I'm pretty sure through my calculations for these, I'll be able to get 6 pieces. All right, we'll wait and see. Okay, so we've cut all our pieces, and all right, we can make a start with drawing a template on it. Okay, so after about an hour and a half, managed to finish off the brackets. So I've cut them, drilled the holes, and now I'm going to have a think about how I'm going to weld these together in what configuration. So here they are, all perfectly done and ready. And now the next step. All right, still thinking. I think I need my coffee. The brain has stopped. Cha-ching. All right, I was only joking. I know what to do. Okay, so the drill sets. Let's talk about that. I've got these Sutton tools, and I bought these many years ago. They're supposed to be very good, and they are. They're okay. But I find, you wouldn't believe it, but this crappy $20 drill set from Bunnings, that one there, mate, these are fantastic. I don't know why people want to spend, well, you know, we go with advertisement, don't we? So I went with Sutton tools. There you go. I mean, they're not bad, they're good, but I don't know why, but I use that to drill all these holes. And this was only about $20 or something like that. So, and I bought two of these, and I keep one in, one on the bench and one in my toolkit. They're fantastic. So, if you need a drill set, that's probably the way to go. No need to spend too much money. And that wasn't a commercial, by the way. Just letting people know that we don't have to spend so much money on tools and things like that. And these things, oh my God, you can't have enough of these. These magnets, these are fantastic. Again, $10 for a pair, or 3 or 4, whatever. I have set up my workbench. So this is where I'm going to weld. I know I should have steel, but I don't have any tin to put over it. Maybe. I've got this old tin sitting here, which is I'm not going to say what it is, but it's a beauty. Anyway, I can't use that. The problem with these is that you get all those iron filings, and it's so hard, you know, if you wipe it on your shorts or anything, it just doesn't come off. What I found, for those who are interested, wire brush. And the wire brush just, look at that. Nice and clean. I mean, let's look at that one. That's a dirty one, right? So, a couple of movements like that. Clean as. Tansel's tips. There you go. There you go. And that is the bracket. So all we've got to do now is start welding. So everything's nice. That's what it's going to look like. And on top of this, we're going to get an aluminium crossbar, and the screws are going to go in from here into the crossbar. So I'm going to use those screw-in aluminium grommet things. I don't know what they're called, but that's going to do the job. And this will be attached to the side wall of the camper, which I've got to prepare, and I'll show you that after this. Is anyone else having this problem? This thing here, when you try to put it in, your finger doesn't fit underneath the GoPro, so you need an Allen key? It's ridiculous. I mean, GoPro should think about this and make this thing actually longer so it extends out. It is the most difficult thing to put in. I mean, who was the person that actually thought about putting this, you know, lining it up underneath the GoPro? Silly. Can't get your fat fingers around it. Anyway, I'm gonna cut this down to size and stick it on the end. That's an Allen key. And that is the roof rack. That is how it's going to work. We're going to have 2 bolts from underneath here, same system as what we used here. So we'll draw those, drill the holes, and that is done. That's what it's going to look like. Well, here it is. We have finished the roof racks. That's what it looks like. Basically it, 3 roof racks, fabricated the brackets, and these are aluminium fence posts. They're quite thick, and I reckon that's done. So I'm not going to put the holes in for the aluminium bars, because that's going to be done once all the external cladding is complete. That'll be one of the final things to do.
G'day everyone. So what are we doing today? Well, we're going to have a look at lifting the frame back onto the trailer, which is sitting over there, and I'm going to give it another shot to see. I'm going to build a ramp, because remember, we couldn't get it out of the garage. We've got a decline on our driveway, so I'm looking at building a ramp, and I've got some steel platforms that I can just makeshift and then get a tow truck in to back the tray level with those with the ramps, and it should go out, because we do have enough clearance on the top if we can get it out just level. So we're going to give that a shot. Well, this is going to be a mammoth task, as it was the first time, so let's get a move on, clear up some stuff, and start to lift it. So now we're going to do the back end, lift that up. So we've got these platforms that I've made, just sitting here, which I used last time, and I'm going to use 2 of the ladders that I've got for the other side. So we've got 2 points. So we're going to put these in position right there, so we need to sort of work this out. So I've positioned the trailer there, got to move this in line with that. Making sure we get it perfect. We can maneuver the trailer a little here, a little there. So that looks about right. Just check from the front end. Make sure that it's square, yeah, like that. Hopefully that's in line. Let's just line it up with this cut in the concrete. Yeah, so I think it needs to come this way a little bit. All right, now that we've sort of got it roughly lined up, we can now start to put our supports in and lift it and put it on top of the support. So this is from the inside. I've just put the camera inside here just to show you the trailer. It's lined up with the trailer. Now we're going to do the lift. So I'll use these on the front, which I need to get these right across here, as close to that as possible, because that looks fine, because we've got the trailer's going to be coming here, so we need to make sure we've got enough space for that. Okay, so that piece was a little too small. I don't know what happened. I mean, I did it last time with that same timber, but so I've got a 3 meter piece of timber, which I had out in the yard from when we were constructing this house. So it's good not to throw away your old pieces of timber. Don't know when you'll need it. Okay. So, got to do it stage by stage, and now I'm going to lift the back up stage by stage, or else it's really not going to work. So I'm being a little ambitious here, trying to get it to the step that I want. I hope we've got enough height, which I don't think we will. I think that's as far as it goes. All right, we'll drop it down slowly, and there you go, beautiful. All right, so now slowly drop it down. There we go. So that side's up, thank God for that. Now we've got to do this side. All right, so I've checked the height of the trailer. 550 is clearing it by 10 mil, the height, and I've checked these. So I'll check this here. I didn't check the front. It is at 580, so we just need 550, plenty. The back is actually higher. So that will just stroll straight underneath, I'm hoping. I think so. All right, let's give it a go. All right, so I've dropped the trailer jockey wheel down, so it gives me more maneuverability. So we'll slowly try to push this back under, lining it up as we're going. Didn't think about that. All right, so we need to line it up a little bit now. What do we got? Just gotta go. Maybe just a little bit more to that side. Whoops. Hit the GoPro. All right, so I see a little bit of a problem here. This is too close to that side. The wheel clearance again on this side. All right, so I've got to push these ladders out a little bit. All right, so as I push this in, I've got to line up the bolts so we get a perfect drop. Hopefully all is well. So I've got my bolts here. Thanks to my friend WELDING. He helped me source these and didn't take a cent, which was a little embarrassing. I tried, but good on him, he's a mate. Well done. Thank you very much for that. WELDING. Anyone need any welding done and lintels for their building construction projects, he does really big stuff and he's a great fella. All right, sort of got it there. All right, so everything's bolted down, which I haven't locked up those as yet. We'll just wait and see what we're gonna do. If we can get it out, fantastic. If we can't, which I think we can. I mean, looking at the levels and the length of the platforms that I got, I reckon we can. Just depends on the tow truck, how far they can get. But I've actually got a tow truck in here before, and they did level off right to this, probably a metre away from the opening, because I've got my secret in the back there, and we rolled that in, so no problem. I reckon this will work. Cheers. All right, let's move that. There's something there. It's the broom. No wonder I couldn't move it. All right, so let's. What you do with a tandem trailer is you put it on two wheels and you can turn it left and right very easily. So you bring the front down, and you just move it just like that. Or you can grab it by the horns, push it down, move it, and perfectly in position. There we go. Perfect. Got plenty of room on that side. Job done for today. Okay, so the next thing would be, this is in place to get the tow truck in and line up its tray, put the ramps on. Hopefully this just rolls straight out onto the tray. I'm going to take it onto the tray. I'm going to take it to the side, drop it down, unload it, load it back up, and put it back in here. So we want to test everything to make sure that we can get it in and out, and that we can take it off the tray, which we should be able to. That shouldn't be a problem, but whatever. We'll just try it, and yeah, that'd probably be the next episode. See you then. Just a quick thing, is everyone sick of this thing that you undo the screw when you put your GoPro on with the mod, right? You can't get your fingers underneath to tighten that up. It's ridiculous. They got to think of something. Well, I've thought of something, and I've made something, and I'll show you what it is. So what did I make? I find these connections for the GoPro the most stupidest things. Whoever the designer was, I mean, geez, they really need to change these. I mean, you got problems where you can't get that damn thing into these two slits. They keep folding up. You got to put it back in, and as you're doing it, you touch the screen. If it's on, everything gets mixed up. It's really, they need to change the way they do this. I think that's not really efficient. So, as I said, you know, this thing here is ridiculous, trying to get your hand underneath the GoPro, trying to, I mean, everyone's got fingers probably a little bit smaller than that, but mine are probably a little fatter or whatever. But everyone's got the same problem, I reckon. And if you do, I've come up with a solution. So this is what it is. Boom. Right, so I found this key, which is just a hardware lock on your doors, on your bifold, bifold doors. If you've got double doors, they've got these locks, and when you put the locks in, this is a key that just locks it into place. So it shoots that cylinder up and locks the door into place. So I took that off, and I found a piece of round plastic. And you find these plastics from, you know, when you buy a TV mount, and they come with all these round circle plastics, which you don't hardly ever use. So I found one of those, and I thought about that. So it's got a bit of it's six-sided in here. There's 6 sides. So I heated that up, put it into that plastic, cooled it down, and then I started to file off like a nut head, a 6-sided nut head, right? And then I just super glued it in. So it's super glued in, and all I do now is put it in there, and I just do that. So you don't have to, you can't do this anyway, because you've got that damn thing that's in the way. So For those who want a solution, that's an easy fix.